Okay, hello YouTube. I have another machine that I recently found. The Hoover Lark Model 12. I replaced the power cord on it because the original red one was all dry rotted and everything, and I took it apart and greased the bearings, and the fan was actually in mint condition, so whoever had it told me that they used it for on and off, and then the rest had sat for 25 years, and I guess they used something else, probably like a Dyson or something. And I've been looking for this one for a good while, and I'm on a hunt for the blue version, and it's all original except for the white cord. It doesn't come with the attachments, and I'm quite sure it's going to be pretty hard to find. And I also listened to Discussovac.com, where people would say that these were kind of like problematic because of the bag, especially putting the sea bag on. And in a way, this kind of reminds me of a Dirt Devil broom vac, because when you put the bag on, the top clamp has to actually come off for you to put the bag inside. It just doesn't, open up, with a zipper, and then you open it. And then, as you see, there's a patch had to be made because this piece was ripping, which is, I think, common for these, because everyone was saying that these are kind of tight, especially when you pull it back like this. See how tight that is? How that's just pulling, and that will put stress on this part of the bag down here, and it'll start ripping. But to prevent that, what I might end up doing is putting an extra suspension spring on here, like I did my Hoover 28, because I really don't too much like the way these bags are just solid here, and they can't really move, and then when you pull them back they get even more tighter. And I just thought that whoever has these machines, and they claim that the bag was really a pain to change and a pain to put on, and you be ripping it and everything. Well, in a minute I'll show you a way that I pretty much do it, and I pretty much do it like I clean a Kirby bag. Oh, and here's the belt that I put on it. It's not the same thing as a regular Hoover belt, but it is. But you have to make sure that you get the actual lark belts, because these are actually small. Because I actually attempted to put an actual Hoover belt like that will go on like a Hoover 700 or Hoover 28 or a convertible, and I believe they were a little bit too long. Okay, so in a minute I'll show you how I put the bag on, because I actually had to change the bag out of this one because someone left a kind of like half full bag in here. I guess they didn't want to change it because it would be a pain. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they reached their hand in here and tried to put the bag on without being able to see. But I'll show you how to put the bag on in a minute. So here's the Hoover Lark Model 12. It's actually in pretty good condition to be sitting for only 25 years. Actually pretty good. I expected it to be way worse when it got here, even though they had the pictures for it. We got the whole bag is sitting off. We'll put the bag on, and I don't use the today's sea bags because those are kind of like a thin layer of paper, and they kind of seem like they would rip. So I don't go in to buy those kinds. I normally go on eBay and buy the normal old-fashioned bags for that, because these are a lot more durable, especially in my Hoover convertible back here. So we'll just take one sea bag. And then you do this just like you clean a Kirby belt. I mean a Kirby bag that smells real bad. You take this apart here, and then you just, I normally put my whole hand in here and kind of like bar it out. And this is the whole entire fill tube right here. And so you have your spring here, and this is kind of a little bit hard here. So you want to get the sea bag all the way down to this ring here, because that's where the spring is going to hold it at. Okay, So take the bag and you open this end here. And you just bar it down. Then you hold it and you roll it on. Like that. And then I push it down just a little bit more until it clips into place. And then you have the sea bag on. And since this has this kind of a springy spring and not a regular band like that be on some Hoover convertibles, it'll be easy for you to just roll it on like a F&G bag. But if it had just a rubber band with tension on it, you just rip the bag. So what I would normally do before I put it on, I'll bar it across the fill tube part of the bag and then slide it down until it actually clicks into place. Okay, we have the bag on, and then we just do what we did before. Just take it and we bar it back out, and that's how you got your Hoover sea bag on. And of course you want to double check and make sure that you actually have enough like room to close the bag up, because sometimes it'll end up kind of like sticking out, and you want to make sure that you push it down as far as you can without putting tears in it. And then you just kind of push the bag down in there. And you close it. Put your bar back on, and that's how you put your sea bag on for the Hoover Lark. Okay, so we have it back together. We have the bag on, we have the new belt, and I'll show you how it runs. So I kind of hope that, you know, me putting the bag on and taking, you know, doing the steps help somebody out, whoever has the Blue Lark or maybe the 12 just like me, or maybe even the Hoover Juniors that were similar to this, like I believe the 134 model. It was one that looked kind of similar to this, but the head was a little bit smaller, but the back piece was actually on the side. And this kind of seemed like this in a way accommodates the two because they're both the same color. So I hope the video helps you out, and here's how it sounds.